Tony Ferguson has always been known for famous creative training sessions. As a former interim lightweight champion, Tony Ferguson has caught the attention of many fans all around the globe because of his lovely ways to train and prepare for the upcoming battle. I'm Vladimir Vlad. These are top 10 Tony Ferguson strength and conditioning moments. Number 10. Well, Tony has always been known for such exercises like clean and jerk but you know, this is a great strength and conditioning exercise, but when you do it in the Tony Ferguson way, it might be fun to watch, but this exercise actually makes sense, you know, because when Tony balances, when he boxes, when he tries to go to transition, to scramble up, it actually makes sense. I'm telling you as a certified strength and conditioning expert who finished Bachelor of Science, so yeah, it's kinda good exercise for a stand-up guy, or also on the ground, or the guy who fights on the ground and tries to posture up when Khabib goes on top of him. Number 9. Well, this will be a surprise to many of you, but you know, Tony Ferguson is one of the guys with the best handwork in the history of UFC, and you wonder how he does it. But just take a good look. He trains everything on speed elbow, reverse elbow, downward elbow, horizontal elbow, all kinds of elbows and punches. And now you will see that Tony Ferguson also knows to throw short hooks, short uppercuts, and he is a very creative dude to watch. Now looking back at his training sessions, he kinda reminds me of Manny Pacquiao or Vinny Patience according to this lovely hand speed, because every time I watch Tony Ferguson, I'm always thinking about boxing and how boxers are actually fast with their hands. And now Tony Ferguson is a pure example that a UFC fighter can even maybe be better and faster than a boxer. Just take a look at this lovely angle where Tony Ferguson goes. That explains why he throws punches from all kinds of angles, why he throws such weird shots, and why he is a real pain in the ass for many fighters in his home division. So yeah, Tony Ferguson is one of the best punchers in the history of this sport. This is the proof of that. Number 8. Well, just don't be shocked. Tony Ferguson has one of the greatest balances in the history of this sport too. And take a good look what he does. Maybe this man simply wants to hurt himself. I mean, that could be the truth, but take a good look, man. This balance, well, you can't even see it with the cats, you know. Even cats don't have that much balance, because this guy is a tiger. Take a look how he falls down. Take a look. This is unstable surface. And Tony Ferguson, he hasn't hurt himself yet. And Tony Ferguson has one of the greatest strength and conditioning bases in the history of this sport. Take a good look, man. Everything is on his neck. It's so impossible, man. It's so impossible. Even the hardest fighter, the hardest striker can't do that. Number 7.
See the pitch coming in.
Take a good look. Pitching.
Oh,
hey,
right
what does pitching has to do with mixed martial arts? I have no idea, but it's obvious that Tony Ferguson knows. Oh man, this is snapping, this is a loud sound, and Tony Ferguson, he has a future even if he changes the sport. Number 6. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Oh, how are you, Spider-Man? Oh no, it's not Spider-Man, it's Tony Ferguson. Take a good look, he is doing Spider-Man drills, and Tony Ferguson is even flying while he is training. I haven't heard that people can fly, you know, but it's obvious that Tony Ferguson can. He has some very creative ideas. He can even, I believe he can do some wall walk, he can climb up the buildings and so on, because it's Tony Ferguson and he is doing impossible stuff. Number 5. Oh yeah, take a good look. Actually, this training 100% makes sense, because Tony Ferguson is training striking underwater, running underwater, and that explains why his lower limbs are so fast. And take a good look at those lovely kicks, take a good look at those lovely hands. And you are wondering why Tony Ferguson throws one of the fastest kicks in the history of this competition. Well, just take a good look what he does, just take a look at his footwork. So this is the great way to boost footwork. Everybody knows it's harder to move in the water, so just don't ask why, but Tony Ferguson is doing a great job here, and you'll see in the match against Khabib. Number 4. Oh man, just take a look at this lovely breakdance. I mean, you're wondering why Tony's calisthenics is so good. You're wondering why Tony can get up every time when someone holds him on the ground, and why he has so great ground and pound skills, and so great defensive skills on the ground. Just take a look, man. He's spinning like a merry-go-round. Oh yeah, you know, man, I think some people would envy him. So great way to prepare for the upcoming battle, and I love what I see there. Definitely one of the greatest ways to prepare. Number 3. Merry-go-round. Tony Ferguson likes to train with tires, but sometimes you know, even if you get rocked, balance is very important to stay on your feet and to continue the upcoming fight. And Tony Ferguson will definitely be able to do that if Khabib rocks him, because Tony Ferguson is spinning around the circles with the tire, and he is still having the most perfect balance ever seen in the history of this sport. Just take a good look. He controls the movement all the time, and this is the way to go for Tony Ferguson, and another big plus in his upcoming battle. Number 2. Oh yeah, this shin conditioning is epic. I mean, many MMA fighters are known for fantastic shin conditioning, even if they come from the most various parts of the world. But Tony Ferguson has some very original way, a creative way to boost it. Kicking tire. Take a good look. Oh, I feel sorry for this tire, don't know about you, but Tony Ferguson is smashing it. He is really strengthening his shins in the most powerful way, and what a great way to defeat the fall. I mean, if Khabib checks the kick, Khabib will break the leg, not Tony Ferguson. I can guarantee you that. Number 1. Well, many people are saying that Tony Ferguson is insane, but I don't support him. Tony Ferguson is just a fairly dedicated athlete who smashes metal objects. I think he has something against metal objects, and no injury. Take a good look. How great this was. Oh, what a great kick into a metal object. And now another powerful kick into a metal object, and Tony is not hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the great battle, and Tony will defeat Khabib.